Всем привет, как меня слышно?
Hello, everyone.
Коллеги, меня зовут Георгий Казаров, компания RU-центр, я
I'm
являюсь
Georgi Kazarev,
отдела
RU
доменов.
Center.
Кто не
I'm
знает,
head of domains department.
администратор корпоративных
RU Center is the largest registrator
также
of
мы
corporate domain names.
онлайн-активами.
Also, we manage
С
online assets.
2000 года наша организация была создана,
We are on the market since
поэтому
the
можно
year
сказать, что
2000.
мы стояли у истоков
So we were
российского сегмента
at the
интернет. Сейчас мы работаем с
beginnings of Russian internet.
зонами,
We work with 750 domain
услуги по выкупу
zones.
доменов и
We
проведению
also provide
дорогостоящих
services to purchase domains
Сегодня
and
я расскажу вам про
highly
тот опыт,
expensive
который мы
domains
собрали, когда
transactions.
получали
And I will talk about our experience
запросы от наших
that we have accumulated
за все
when we
время,
received
связанные с
the
управлением доменным портфолио.
claims from our customers on the domain
Все кейсы, которые будут
portfolio management.
представлены, это те кейсы,
All the
которые
cases that
действительно
would be
происходили с нашими
presented are real cases with our customers.
компаниям.
All cases are about companies
Это, как
that
правило,
are not small.
крупные игроки рынка.
Usually these are
Устойчивые,
large market players,
структуры, и несмотря
those that have sustainable, serious IT infrastructure. And despite of all that,
ошибки,
sometimes some trivial errors happen, which leads to some big problems.
презентация будет
Presentation
по каждому
will be with some cases, and on each case we would
ребята, кликер не
elaborate. Looks like the clicker is not working.
Да, смотрите, всего будет 8 кейсов, каждый кейс про...
There will be 8 cases,
Начнем с первого.
each case about different cases. This is about being
На самом деле кейс
too hopeful,
здесь показан пример
too
одного
confident.
клиента, но сталкиваются очень
This is about one customer, but many customers
и сейчас наш клиент,
see it.
он владелец бизнеса, занимается инвестициями.
So
И для набора своих
this is a customer
он
who is a business owner.
ну, достаточно
And he has registered
имена.
quite a beautiful domain names,
Наш клиент решил, что он
and he decided that
рекламу
he does not want to get any advertising,
и указал
service messages,
существующий адрес, ну, на самом деле там
and he has
одноразовые почты.
provided wrong
Что произошло?
email address, and as a result,
Когда пришло пора продлевать доменные имена,
when the time came to prolong domain names, they were annulled because he forgot to
ему пришлось
prolong them,
домен примерно
and then he had to buy each domain for 800,000
легко избежать.
rubles,
То есть, как мы можем...
and this could have been prevented
денег на баланс. Ну, как бы, да, это хорошо. Но
just by
использовать реальные действующие email адреса, это просто какая-то база.
topping up the balance or using real email names.
Настроить почтовые правила, чтобы не пропускать, потому что регистраторы доменных имен
And
обязаны администраторам об определенных событиях, которые происходят с доменами.
because the registrator has to inform about the
Если беспокоит
end of registration time,
опцию резервации
and there is also a domain reservation option,
доменных имен, РУС, УРФ,
which is
это дает возможность получить
applies to RUS and RF, when you can take
что-то пошло не так,
you can have 30 additional days to recover a domain if there are any cases, any issues.
если вы используете домен для
And most importantly, if you are using domain for your business, register it under the
знакомых, потому что в дальнейшем можно будет легко потерять
legal company, legal entity,
того, если домен зарегистрирован,
and not by
мы сможем
physical
помочь вам,
persons,
предоставив
not by
вам
private individuals.
и
And we can provide you also
которые возникают с
some services.
Второй кейс.
under the contract. Second case is about lack of vision.
Компания продвигала литературный проект, книгу.
The company was promoting a literature project, a book, and they have registered
литературное произведение. Тираж весь.
a domain. They have sold
Но при этом эта компания воспользовалась услугами
all the books, and the company used the agency to register this domain and to create this site. They forgot about domain, and the advertising company did not prolong the domain. And when the publisher decided to go back to this project and do something new, the domain was owned by a different person, by a different owner. So they had to purchase this domain, repurchase this. They had to spend money for the advertising in order to recover the previous project. How can we fight with this? Don't damn the domains if the project is over, because the cost of registration and domain prolonging is not so high. So you can also continue your domain and put it on sale, and then you can make a decision whether to dump it or not. If you and they can find a broker, domain administrator, have negotiations, and with high probability you would get back your domain as a result of this transaction. And you can use individual manager who would help you in this difficult situation. About the evil planning.
Смотрите, здесь цель была конкретной атаки.
The malicious intent. There was an attack for a specific company.
Атаковали конкретного сотрудника, скомпрометировали.
A specific
занимался как раз поддержкой доменного портфолио.
Employee was attacked. His mail was compromised, and as a result, they've got data of this employee. They have copied his personal room, and the domain names were transferred to this fake account. Fortunately, this was noticed, so we returned everything back. So please be more attentive to access. Always use backup email for notices, because domain name transfer between accounts is always notified. Use free options to protect your account. It's to have second factor. We can have both SMS or Yandex Key. Use your local IP addresses for your office, and to prohibit to restore the password by email, so that there would be some legal procedure if you forgot your password. Also, there is a premium control service when we prohibit critical operations with domains without second factor authentication, and that allows to prevent a lot of problems.
предотвратить его. Ну и, соответственно, можно подключить услугу.
Also, you can use the service
Что это значит?
of
Мы, в принципе, регистрируем
internet blog when we register account based on some personal data or legal company. If
договор на
without your knowing, they won't be able to register this on a different personal identification number in an even if the email was hacked. About life.
Смотрите, юридические лица, в принципе, как и физически живут.
Legal entities as well as private individuals, they are being reorganized. And in this case, there was a reorganization by liquidating current legal entity with big domain portfolio. All processes on liquidation were done on a routine basis. Assets were moved, money, etc. But they forgot about domains. And on domain there were corporate resources, important services, and to do transfer from old to the new owner. The company could not do that because if the company is liquidated without a successor, then this agreement is terminated. And legally, we cannot provide services to a liquidated organization. So in this case, it wasn't possible to transfer rights. So what to do in this case? How to prevent this failure? First of all, always remember about domains. And this is your intangible asset. And that they can be transferred to the new legal entity if you are reorganized. So remember about domain names. And this should be rights transfer, and you can use our help, our support. We can help you in any situation for you not to make a mistake and do everything right. And next case is about wide horizons. The company thought not to work on Russian market. It was more aimed at international market. They've registered a cool domain in com zone, but they forgot to register this in RU domain in Russia. The domain in RU zone would be by a different person. It could be phishing, scam, or they would try to sell domain to you, and you would have to purchase it if you would go back to this Russian market. So how to prevent this trap? In your domain portfolio, try to hold your domains in Russian zones. Try to duplicate in different international zones to back up yourself. Always connect contact data for international domains so that third parties won't be able to know who is the owner of this domain. And we have also safe procedure of domain registration. It's registered. Have some marketing activity or PR activity which you do not know your competitors to know. In this case, you may use this feature, register this to an employee, and keep your plan secret. Next case is about uniqueness.
Здесь история про то, что компания крупная, региональная,
A large regional company
так называемые type
has
домены,
not registered
которые
typo domains, domains which are written compared to the main domain,
то есть
almost
меняется несколько
identical,
либо
like several
либо символы
letters are changed,
например, L заменяется на единицу, O
are
заменяется
changed like
либо добавляются в конце, в середине, в начале, задвоение символов используется.
or symbols are duplicated in the beginning or in the middle or at the end. This is in order to gather some additional traffic.
Компания регистрирует их для того, чтобы
Also, company register them in order to protect from scammers that are trying to use these domains in phishing purposes. In this case,
криминала никакого не случилось.
it's good that there were no criminal.
На сайте, который был зарегистрирован
On this site, which was registered,
размещен идентичный сайт,
there was an identical site with the same structure,
информационным контентом.
with the same content.
Единственное, что не было на нем SSL-сертификата.
The only thing, it does not have a serial certificate, and it was ending by the doubling consonant. So our customer noticed this. We've advised what to do. The procedure is that you would have to spend a lot of time in order to find a hosting provider who has placed this site and block it. So what do we need to do to prevent such situations? You need to register the domain not with the main domain, but also obvious typos and in different zones. Then you decrease the probability of using such domains by fraudsters. Next, you need to have monitoring of competitors' registration and monitoring of who is demands. We would advise you on how many queries were in whose service, because usually domain is not checked for whos. Probably there is interest to this site, to this domain, and monitoring competitor registration allows to see that there are domains which are written like your domain. Then you can have some preventive advantages. So you can use our individual managers. We would show you all 3 domains that are similar to yours. We would explain how it all works, and we will guide you step by step.
Про время.
A different case. The next case is about time.
В том, что у нас была компания есть небольшая.
We had a company, a small company.
У нее перестала работать корпоративная почта. Почему? Потому что разделегировали.
The corporate email stopped because domain was
не был продлен.
In split delegation. It wasn't prolonged on time. The employee was notified, but he has terminated his contract. And so the new employee did not know about this. So the work has stopped just because of this banal case. They didn't see the notification that the domain has to be prolonged. So if you need to prolong a domain which is about to be expire or at the end of delegation time, don't be shy and send us the payment advice, and we would prolong your domain. You need to control the balance. They need to To top up balance, we notify our customers. As to contacts, it's best to use corporate addresses and to use several of them. If one of your employees resigns, then others would remain. So somebody would see that notice that we need to do something, we need to prolong the domain. You can ask the forecast of expenses, or you can have post-factum payment. Post-payment. The last case is about trust.
История про то, что мы доверяем людям, с которыми долго работаем.
We trust people that we work for a long time, that are our close associates, and the company which had entertainment project, it wasn't their main business. They have registered a domain for this project under their employee. So in the domain administrator, there were data of the private individual, and for us, he is an owner. As time went by, the company fired that employee, and the employee decided to sell this domain to the company. So please register domains for on the legal entity, not on the general director, not on the secretary, not on the accountant or anyone. If you need confidentiality, you can use that service of registrator. We can use that. We can do that, and you won't be having any losses. So these were my 8 cases. In all these scenarios, they really happened except for one. Except for the scenario about wide horizons. We did not have such case among our clients, but we know that such cases do happen among our colleagues, registrators. And this could happen when a company only retrospectively thinks that we need to open some new markets, but all domains are already taken or are sold at very high price, so you will have to spend money or find some not very good solutions. That's it from me. I would encourage you at the end of my meeting to come to A sector, to our booth, and we could answer your questions in more details and register your domains and to explain our services that we provide for the security of domains. Thank you.